He just went low. He's in his head. He's in his head. He's open his head wide open. Cracked open in the face.
What's going on, everybody? It's Mario Man 2100 back again with Sonic Heroes. Jeez, I love this menu music theme. I prefer it than this one. Like, this one is actually on the 20th anniversary soundtrack, but this one isn't for some reason. And I love this theme. It's great. That's a great music piece. So now let's dive into Team Chaotix. I did go out of my way to actually 100% Team Dark and Team Rose off screen, just as practice. My god, Team Dark drove me through a wall, because especially with the last couple of stages, it was driving me nuts. Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
It's here, we've got work!
What?
Pretty much the Sonic fandom there.
I require your detective services. And I can fit has somebody.
I've got a bad feeling about this. SBO, don't be silly. Besides, you know our policy. We never turn down work that pays.
Yeah, you know our policy!
Come on, boys. Let's go.
Yes, sir!
Roger.
Pretty much the collective fandom there, in terms of, they've got work? What? The Chaotix team have actually got work? It's been so long since Team Chaotix actually had a game. I think Knuckles Chaotix, and that was, what, 93? No? It was a bit after that.
Now what are we gonna do?
Test your abilities.
Bring it on. Ready.
Here is your first mission. I want to test your investigation skills. Collect 10 hermit crabs.
So I don't know what the hermit crabs do, but this is basically our form of gameplay, is mission-based stuff.
Let's go.
So basically we're going through all the stages again, yes I know, but at the same time we're actually not doing the same objective as...
See any hermit crabs in this area?
So here we go, here's a hermit crab just here. Number 1 of 10. The missions are a little bit varied in this, so it's good to it's good with this playthrough, just due to the fact that they even teach you about things like Charmy being a bee, can open flower teleporters and stuff.
Listen to me, boys. Here we go.
So we have Vector, the crocodile, Charmy bee, and of course SBO, the chameleon as well. These guys haven't been seen since Knuckles Chaotix, so it's been a little bit of a weird situation with these guys. Just the fact that they came back, I think a lot of people were happy that these guys came back.
Thank you!
And I personally, I didn't know who these guys were, of course, but then again, this was my first 3D Sonic game, and realistically, everyone like Shadow, Rouge, Omega, Big, those guys, you know, I didn't know, just due to the fact that I never played the adventure titles.
Those Eggman's robots.
They say Eggman's... he said Eggman robots, and it said Eggman's assassins. And of course they kind of do know, yes, they kind of do know
ready anytime.
Dr. Eggman from Knuckles Chaotix, of course, so that's, you know, not really surprising too much. I don't know what that... I don't know what the Shah means. So Vector in the air does a little overhead thing, and our triangle dive is bubblegum, which I fucking love. Of course, our fire dunk type move is actually on the ground, so we don't technically have a situation where we have like a fire dunk move. That's the overhead. That's the problem with the power characters, is that when you first go for a swing, you move forward. And you move forward quite a bit. Knew there was one there. So the cannon, of course, as you guys know, different formations will go in different areas. I was jumping towards the cannon, it wasn't doing a goddamn thing.
Proceed with caution and be careful not to fall.
Just love doing that in this game.
Level up! Let me try moving these ruins.
Now, going backwards in this game is a little bit all over the place. We'll say it's a little bit like Crash Bandicoot in that regard, where backtracking isn't necessarily something that you should do, but you should realistically do it. It doesn't shift the camera though, which kind of sucks. So we got one more robot. I was going to say one more robot. We've got one more hermit crab to get. So these levels can vary in length.
Careful not to fall. It's really dangerous here.
And there we go.
Mission complete.
So like I said, the missions can vary in length. I think there's more than 10 hermit crabs in the level. But later on we will get to a situation where it's very strict on objectives. Let's see. Yep.
Not bad, don't you think?
Well, considering it's 35,000 points, it's not too bad for the first level. And 50 emblems. There we go. Yeah, like I said, the missions do vary. It's either finding things, defeating a certain amount of enemies. I'm not sure if there's a time trial one. I think that's more the second emblem when it comes to Team Sonic stages. And we're back with the bonus stages. Oh my god. I gotta say, I still hate the control. That's why I never get the Chaos Emeralds in these things. I'm gonna run out of boost here in a second. And here comes SBO with the clutch. Almost threw a bomb at me! So is it a hero and a Dark Chow in that balloon. I never could tell, just because that's more the adventure stuff, especially Adventure 2, and I haven't played too much of that at this point in time. Played a little bit, but I haven't played. Chow Garden is something that I don't really dive into. Star balloons are great. I love them. Vector is what I was after. But yeah, especially when you're going high speed, the control goes all over the place when it comes to this thing. Got the bounce pace this time. Spirits Unite? What the hell? I know he's a ninja, but that's ridiculous. 3 1-ups. Not bad.
Here's your next mission. Chao is lost. Now gotta find and rescue that Chao.
And we have someone with a synthesized voice.
So stay quiet and move slowly. What are you doing? Be quiet!
Meanwhile, Vector's yelling while doing that. So we technically, I was going to say, we don't have a fire dunk, but we technically have got one. We just need to use the setup to get a on the ground.
Better be careful. Here we go.
Okay. So we have more fans. Grab the key. So like this is basically just a run to the goal type of situation. Ow. Oh man, I love this soundtrack. This is one of the best things that I love about this game, is just the soundtrack, because it's just incredible. Like, I have to say this is one of probably the most underrated Sonic soundtracks of all, just because there's so much good stuff. Like, I mean, most of it, yeah, is focused a little bit more on rock than it is, it's a little bit like Adventure 2 in that regard, where it's a little bit more focused on rock tunes more than like Adventure 1 and to some extent Adventure 2. So we still have triangle jump, we just don't have I was trying to wait so I can get him off the wall, but I gotta remember SP is a ninja, he's probably gonna stay attached.
Distances by moving around using the bubble to glide. There are treasures that can only be obtained by using this trick.
It's like, who the hell are we talking to when we say this? Now, overhead with Vector, we don't get damaged too much. I think you can. So meanwhile, we have a flamethrower at level 2 Vector. Level 1 I think is Bubbles, and level 3 I believe is Music Notes, which do the most damage for some reason, I don't know why. I mean, Vector is more like the music type, but with his headphones and stuff, but still.
Looking good.
I almost missed that.
Charlie should take lead.
Mooker's dead. Ow. And I got hit by that. Slow moving projectile. Fuck off. Fuck you. You lost my key. I don't mind the acorns as enemies in this game.
I sense a cow.
This music, like this soundtrack, I just love. I think there's only like a few tracks that I don't particularly like, and there's not many of those in the game, to be completely fair. I lost the key right at the end, of course I did. Because here's the chow.
Good job. Mission complete.
That's a B.
No complaints.
Well, I wouldn't be complaining either. B rank? That's pretty good. If I didn't get hit, I probably would have got an A rank. Or would have been pretty close to. Because I probably would have had more rings and that's worth more points. Maybe not completely close to an A rank, but it would have been, in some ways, pretty good. This track is also not on the 20th anniversary soundtrack for some reason.
You're the ones who are playing games with my army.
Sorry, just part of the job.
That's the evil genius, Dr. Eggman.
Doctor Who?
Charmy, you should know. But then again, considering how
A self-proclaimed genius scientist.
What a psycho!
what a
Be a
psych.
genius or a madman. Either way, you'll be sorry for getting in our way.
You know, Charmy, like, I mean, you're hyperactive, I get it, but at the same time,
Initiate rotary attack. Here we go.
I don't get what rotary attack is supposed to do. But I love this track, but it's not on the 20th anniversary soundtrack.
Intriguing. Maybe disabling both rotors might do.
I don't know why it's not. So actually with the Rocket Excel, which is what we do on the ground here, we actually throw a shuriken through, because ninjas.
Initiate rotary attack. Let's go. Here we go.
So you can really cheese this boss with this.
Doctor.
Let's try!
Too late for apologies, Eggman.
This is like, yeah. Wait, I got 2 levels from that? Okay.
Let's go. Initiate rotary attack.
Wait, so I didn't even know that Charmy could actually sting in that regard. I didn't know what his single animation was in that. Like, I knew he could throw people, and each person has a different, you know, a unique attribute when it comes to flight formation after throwing people with a singular attack.
Get for being a bad guy!
It is a little bit harder to do it with Team Chaotix, this boss battle in general, just because you don't have as many options. Oh, this stage. Oh boy. I remember this one.
Now for the real test. All of you are about to enter Eggman's territory. Are you ready?
Not too late to change your mind. Why do you think we're here? How else are we gonna make the rent?
Let's go! Here's your next mission. Destroy all of Eggman's robots.
And that means every single one of them, as he just said. 85 robots in this place, and we need to take out all of them. This one level is one of the longest in the game, I will say. You know, not counting like Team Dark's difficulty, because that's just, you know, length as well. Every robot has to be taken out in this level. And if you miss one, yeah, you're gonna have a really bad time. And there's a primary reason for that. There's one big primary reason for the fact that this level can be one of the longest in the game. And it's not just because of the robots, I will say, the amount of robots. Just what happens when you miss one. Hopefully I get every single one of them, because I don't want to deal with that.
Those machines are blocking the path. I'll destroy Eggman's robots one by one. Ready anytime. Here we go.
Now there is an exploitation trick when it comes to Team Blasts. When you're throwing in flight formation, each attack will actually count towards a bit of the gauge. So realistically, when it comes to exploiting that, you can just throw.
These machines must be stealing something from that pipe. Well, I guess we caught him red-handed.
It just kind of sucks that Charmy hasn't got any power-ups yet.
Here we go.
But I would have much preferred Charmy to get some because, speaking of, just make sure I've got those robots. Camera is not very kind when it comes to the levels sometimes. We'll do Charmy again.
There may be too many of them.
And okay, apparently Charmy took out that goddamn robot.
Here we go. Let's go. Level up. Here we go.
I was just gonna say, I hope to God I didn't miss any.
Wow, not bad.
Because this level can be pretty tedious when it comes to that. Loop-de-loop-de-loop. And I keep saying this, but there's glass there, and we don't have a braking animation. It's like, it's so weird, the fact that we don't have a braking animation for that glass. I mean, I understand PlayStation 2, but I'm pretty sure oh, okay. So Level 3 is bubbles that actually can explode. So level 1 is the music notes, and I've seen the music notes. So I know that it is. I knew music notes were one of them, but I couldn't remember which level. But yeah, the bubbles actually explode. I love that. But yeah, like I said, this is PlayStation 2, and we've had situations where we've had breaking glass before. Sure, we even had that in like GTA, which was around this time. Wait, I'm not sure whether it was GTA 3 or San Andreas or Vice City, but I'm pretty sure at least one of those, if not all of them, were out by 2003, 2004. I thought I got hit by that, but anyway. Got him. That's not technically how you're supposed to do it, but anyway. But there is a spring here, just in case you need to. The camera does shift to it. Not very well.
Thank you. Here we go.
Activate that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right when it comes to robots here. I'll check down here because, you know, there are little goodies down here as well. I'd love to get all of those because that gives us points, but at the same time we don't want to miss any robots because, yeah. So I'm basically, you've seen these flowers, right? Well, there's one right at the end of the level. It's pretty much, I think it's like Team Sonic's version of the level. There is a flower right at the end. You activate it, and you step off, and you actually go back to the start of the level. It's not like with Shadow the Hedgehog, where you can go back in the level if you've missed something via the checkpoints. They didn't actually do that until after this game. So like they did it with Shadow the Hedgehog, which went after this game. Which really sucks because that's something that I really, really, really wish that we had. Okay. So there's a 1-up. I didn't even know that was there. I've played this version of the campaign so many times, and I didn't even know there was a life there. Never knew that was there, so completely new to that. So that's cool. Little nooks and crannies, especially when your curiosity peaks a little bit. So we're all powered up, which is good, especially when it comes to robots, because it just makes mincemeat out of the robots. Whereas if I think if we were killed and we went back to level 1 again, that would suck. I was just going to let the bubbles just do their work, just because I knew they were probably going to explode. And that robot had no chance, he was sleeping on the job. Anybody need levels? No.
Here we go.
It's just lining up the cannons to get these robots. It's a little bit finicky. See, like that. They're very finicky.
Here we go.
I mean, at least the checkpoint is like right there. And also, just due to the fact that it would suck if we didn't have a situation where the robots were completed. We have a situation now that we can, all the robots that we've defeated already, we can fight against now.
Come out, bad guys, wherever you are!
Use the... See, this is, like I said, this is the one thing that I hate when it comes to dying, is losing all your levels. Because, especially when it comes to a mission like this, it sucks because you can't take out the robots as quickly as you can. Especially when it comes to flying formation, which sucks. Now, realistically, with the bosses, I should have actually used the Team Blast because I'm pretty sure I got one in that level. So let's do flying formation. Missed the checkpoint. Great job. See, and you see the counter going up, so they're actually going off screen enough.
Anytime you're ready. Here we go.
Now, this actually come back in Sonic Forces, Grand Metropolis, or Metropolis just in general. When they said originally, because I think I kind of spoiled myself a little bit on like Metropolis just in general, I thought it was actually supposed to be Metropolis Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but it's actually this level. It's weird because it looks nothing like this version of the level at all. Like, it's all like white and futuristic and stuff, not like green. And I mean, I understand, like, and especially when I looked at the level again, I was like, Metropolis is supposed to be green, not white. What's going on? And not realizing, oh wait. Wait, so you can, is it to go back on those? Yes, it is. Okay, so you can actually go back on those. I didn't know that. I thought they were only forward, so I was like, oh god, here we go. Like I said, we have multiple different rails with multiple different ways to go. Let's make sure. I was going to say I missed all these robots here. I would have missed a couple. And then it springs ahead just in case they go back too far. And there should be 2 robots up here. Yes.
Here we go. Here we go.
God damn it, Charmy, why can't you be level 2? At least level 2, that would have been great. And I thought I died. See, now it's funny with this, is that SBO is the only one that goes up the pole nowadays in this. So right here, basically this is the end of the level. You have these 2 robots here. I lost my key as well. Well, I think I lost my key when I died, but anyway. You beat these 2 robots, and then that cage opens up. If you do not have all the robots, you have to go in that flower and go all the way back to the start of the level and run through the whole thing all over again, just to look for maybe even 1 robot. I've done that a lot, and it sucks. It's really a pain. We'll say 14 minutes That's just one run through.
Lackluster performance, I'd say.
So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Sonic Heroes. Sorry it's a little bit long, but this level was long, so yeah. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching this video and this episode of Sonic Heroes. It's been my man 2100. You guys have a great day and night, and of course, take care.